My name is Kristen Vaughn. This is my health education lesson plan presentation. My topic is comparing nutrition labels. My target audience are 6th grade middle school girls. They are in South Florida and they are of middle income. So let's get started. All right, girls, the last time we were together, we talked about the importance of understanding how to read a nutrition label.
Yeah.
And we talked about how the first thing you want to do is figure out what the serving size is, and then you go into the nutrients on the label that you want to keep down in your diet or lower in your diet. We talked about the nutrients that we want to make sure that we're increasing in our diet. And then we talked about the importance of understanding what the percent daily value column was, and that we need to be able to read all of this in order to make healthy choices.
Yep.
So we know this, so I'm going to put this down here so you can refer to it if we need to. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to compare two different types of breakfast foods. So, Penny, why don't you tell us what you have?
So I have Lucky Charms. The serving size is 3/4 of a cup.
Okay.
Calories is 110 grams. The
Great.
total fat is 0 grams. Sodium is 170 milligrams.
It's amazing. Yes.
Fiber is 2 grams and sugar is 10 grams. That is a lot of sodium.
In a sugar cereal.
Yeah.
Right, so that was surprising to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
My sister and I usually pour a lot more than just that.
Okay, so hold up. This is 3/4 of a cup, right? So what does your bowl look like at home when you eat cereal?
I usually have a bigger bowl than this,
Okay.
and you probably will use a lot more cereal than this.
Okay.
Because you're not measuring it, you're just pouring it usually,
Yeah.
and
Good.
with a bigger bowl you put more amounts.
Good observation. Okay, Bella, tell us about your cereal.
I have Quaker Oats oatmeal, and the serving size was a cup and a half.
Half a cup.
Half cup.
Right, half a cup. Yeah.
There were 150 calories in this oatmeal. There are 3 grams of fat. There were 0 milligrams of sodium. There are 4 grams of fiber, and there's only 1 gram of sugar.
Okay. And so this is a serving size. This is a half a cup. So is this what you would normally eat in terms of oatmeal?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a typical serving size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when we're comparing these two, we see that there are more calories in the oatmeal.
Yep.
There is more fat. There is no sodium. There's more fiber and there's less sugar in comparison to the Lucky Charms.
I believe that the fat that's in here is probably healthier, and this fat is bad and not good for you.
That is correct. There are two different types of fats. Great. So good observations. Any other comments on the cereals?
No.
So if you are going to the store and you're trying to compare cereals, you feel confident in being able to read the labels and understand what they mean?
Yes, and I will help my sister.
Okay.
I'd probably eat that.
And you would choose oatmeal. Awesome. And make sure that you're doing your serving size.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so let's put away our breakfast cereals and let's talk about like lunch and dinner items. So you have soup. Okay? So Penny, do you want to kick us off with your soup? What soup do you have?
I have ramen soup.
Ramen noodles. All right, so tell us about your ramen noodles.
So I have a serving. The serving size is a half a block,
Okay?
which you'd probably eat the entire thing.
Right, so we all eat the entire thing. We don't cut it in half or eat half a serving with ramen noodles. Right.
Calories are 190 grams.
Okay.
The fat is 7 grams. The sodium is 960 milligrams. The fiber is less than 1 gram. Sugar is less than 1 gram as well.
Okay, but that's for half a block.
Yeah, and that's 960 milligrams.
Okay,
of
so if
sodium.
we ate the entire block, I did the math, it's 1,920 milligrams of sodium.
Oh my god, that's a lot of salt.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Of sodium.
Okay, so Bella, tell us about your Campbell's soup.
I have Campbell's chicken and sour soup, and the serving size is
It's like a cup and a fourth for
Yeah.
that, right?
there are 70 calories in the soup. There are 2 grams of fat.
Okay.
There's 790 milligrams of sodium.
Mhm.
So that's a lot.
That is a lot.
There's 1 gram of fiber, and there's 1 gram of sugar.
Okay. So now is this a typical serving size? This is a cup and a fourth. So is this a typical serving size that you usually eat when you eat Campbell's soup, or do you eat the entire soup?
I think that since when you're having dinner, you usually have soup as a side.
Okay.
So I think this is a normal serving size. A lot of
Okay.
people could eat more than that.
Okay, so believe it or not, if you were to to cook the entire can of Campbell soup and add a cup of water, which is how you prepare it, and you were to eat the entire thing, you would actually be eating, in terms of sodium comparison, 1,975 milligrams, which is actually more than the ramen noodles.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
It's kind of surprising, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
surprising.
It is surprising. So you want to be really careful of canned items, especially canned soup, because they do have a lot of sodium.
Yep.
So tell me a little bit more about the soup. How do you feel about it?
I feel that maybe we should stick to something that's not as much with sodium
Okay,
and more healthier.
excellent, excellent.
I feel that my sister and I should be looking at labels more often than we do because there's an obvious difference between the two of them.
Right, right.
So,
Good, and make sure that, again, we're making sure that we're watching that portion control and the serving size, so we're staying true to that. So we
Yeah.
aren't getting those large amounts, because it's all in moderation. But those sodium numbers, if you're eating in double serving sizes, or what is packaged, is an awful
Or
lot.
also bigger plates.
Right, yeah, bigger plates or bowls, excellent. Any other comments about reading labels and comparing labels?
Thanks. Now I know what to look at in the grocery store and what is good and what's bad for me.
Excellent.
now I can help my sister when we're at the store picking out healthier foods for our family to eat.
Great, good job today, ladies, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.